Greetings, YouTube. If you're confused by the title of this video, let me explain. I have been, as usual, working all day, made videos about the excessive maintenance. Now that we have some kind of compensation coming before this afternoon, at some point talked about that speculation, did a live stream. And then something that I do sometimes, because there's a awesome woman at my church, I call her my church mom, who just lost her husband, unfortunately, this past year. So I bring her dinner. I leave my house, I leave my equipment, and I go take her dinner. So I went and I picked her up a pizza and some cheese sticks, because if you get a pizza with me, you got to go with some cheese sticks as well. Went to bring them to her house, opened up my phone just to see, I've been gone 20 minutes, if I had any messages. And I had over 100 new messages. 100! I just cleaned out my line app like an hour ago about the exact same thing. And it was in my alliance, and it was in other alliances, like ISO8Y that I talked to, where you had people that could not join Alliance Quest. This especially affected the Map 5 portion of my Alliance Quest alliance. Now, even though it's annoying and frustrating and we tried everything, we're a chill alliance, right? We're casual. We're semi-retired. We barely run one battle group of Alliance War, and we put life outside of the game first, even though that's ironic since here I am talking about how I finally got 20 minutes outside the game to bring a lady at my church a pizza. And anyhow, game goes down, people are freaking out, and suddenly I am delivering the pizza, and I turn right around to go home and make this video and talk about the Alliance headache that is this week. At this point, Alliance Quest, just give everybody the rewards they got last week and delay it a week, right? Just this week has been a cluster. Yesterday, I heard from some of you that were affected by the bug that caused you to only be able to join Alliance Quest if you brought in a new trio of champs. Now, for some people with big rosters, they may think, oh, what's the big deal? That's just people being too negative or complaining. Well, some of these people had the path that was best with Corvus. They only had one Corvus. Most people don't have a high-ranking 5- and 6-star Corvus to lean on, and certainly if they do, they're not both awakened. So suddenly, you don't have access to your only Corvus, and yet you need to take down that Iron Man Infinity War on your path, or suddenly that mutant champ doesn't give you the charge like you would normally for completing that mission with Corvus, etc. So the list goes on and on regarding how important it is to have your main triple threat, your main 3 Alliance Quest attackers free when that day of Alliance Quest starts. I think for most reasonable people, that's something that they understand is important despite the inconvenience. So we haven't had a single day yet without a bug. Day 1, Alliance Quest just had to end. Day 2, some people had to bring in a new Alliance Quest team just to join. And then day 3, we have people who can't even join a battle group with anybody. The game freezes, it crashes, it resets, and now we're sitting here looking at emergency maintenance. Now, here's the deal. Just as this morning, I record this, I continue to refresh the maintenance, and nothing happens. And then what happens by the time that my 2010 MacBook computer that's very much on its last leg processes the YouTube video? The game comes back. I have this strategy when I go out to eat with my friends that if it's been a while since the food has been ordered and it still hasn't come to the table, I will leave and I'll go to the restroom, and when I come back, everybody's food's there. I'm like the dinner whisperer. Just let me leave the table and suddenly everybody's got their food. So hopefully I'm also the maintenance whisperer, where by the time I upload this video, it in some ways will be irrelevant. However, this morning, it was irrelevant until 20 minutes later when the game went down again, and then that video actually aged incredibly well for a bad reason, and that's because we had 2 emergency maintenance in the span of half an hour. We'll see what happens, but Alliance Quest, it should just be canceled this week. They give everybody the rewards that they got last week and try it again next week. Fix your bugs and make it to where people don't keep losing items and patience, especially those of you like in India who are staying up extra late just to move. And now when this happens, you have to sacrifice either sleep or your well-being in general. Like it's still a mobile game, right? Like this shouldn't happen. Even if you're a top 20 alliance, this shouldn't happen. So I'm done ranting. I'm going to go eat some pizza. Thankfully, my church mom got her pizza and her cheese sticks, and she was incredibly thankful as always because she's an awesome person. But you interrupted my pizza, Kabam. Shame on you. At least give me a free side of marinara next time.